Hey everyone, in this video I am showing you um like how to complete these special objectives that you see here, the daily special, the Starring Deadpool ones. Alright, now, one of them, the Starring Deadpool Tough Customer one, I had yesterday, and I did a video on that already, so I'm just gonna do the three I see on my screen, and then I have a screenshot from someone else with different ones. And I'm going to do some of those as well to make up for there only being three that I have it done already on mine. Okay, so for the first one, it's Starring Deadpool Chemical Engineer. It's win fights while using a science champion in any game mode. And this could also work for the Starring Deadpool Mystic Artisan, where you have to use Mystic champions, because they're the same thing, but just different classes. So, what I might recommend for these is, if you want to ensure that you are getting points for them, I'm gonna exit out of this, rip my energy for this. I've just not been around all day, so, I've not been able to record this until now. So, it's 9:42 right now. Alright, so, well, anyway, if you want to ensure that you get points for the class ones, so, for example, the Starring Deadpool Chemical Engineer, where you have to use science champions, you could just bring in only science champions. So I'm just gonna fill my team with science champs. And you can go on, a low-level event quest. I think this is, contender or proven, it's a quest in contender or proven difficulty. And you can just, keep doing fights with that class, until you complete the objective. And it could work the same way for the other ones, like Mystic Artisan for Mystic champs, but you would have to use, bring in Mystic champions instead of Science champs. Or, if you, didn't want to do it that way, then you could honestly probably just do fights that you were already gonna do, but just make sure you have the right class on your team and that you are using champions from that class. Okay, so I'm not even gonna really do a video. I'm not gonna show me doing the Mystic one because I just explained it while doing the Science one. It's the same thing, but you want to use Mystic champions, not Science champions. Okay, so I'm gonna exit out of this so I can move on to the other one, that I'm gonna show you on this one. It's the Starring Deadpool Secret Admirer. What are you doing? Sorry, Ember's is going crazy right now. Right, so anyway, for the Starring Deadpool Secret Admirer, you have to win fights while using a hashtag mercenary champion, or however you say it. So what I would recommend for this one is just, you could either go to a low level event quest, or if you wanted to ensure that every space is a fight, you could go to Road to the Labyrinth, Chapter 1, Quest 1, since every space is supposed to be a fight in there, but I'm just gonna go back into the Contender event quest because it's easier to get to. There's less stuff for me to tap on. And what I would recommend for this is to filter your champs by mercenary champs. So it'll only show champs of that class, of that tag. And you could fill your entire team with them if you wanted, or just bring a few. But if you brought in an entire team, then you would ensure that you get points, because you wouldn't accidentally use a non tagged champ, like, okay, you want to use a champ that's, like, does not have that hashtag. And you could also, like, get points for multiple at a time. Like, you could, so, like, for example, for my Starring Deadpool Mystic Artisan one, like, so I would get I'm gonna get credit for that one, and the Starring Deadpool Secret Admirer, because I used a Mystic champion and a hashtag Mercenary champion, because Absorbing Man is Mystic and also has that Mercenary hashtag. Alright, so that is the 3 that I haven't done already. Like, if you wanted to see the tough customer one, like, I will link my video from yesterday, from the 26th, and it should be, like, the very beginning of it, like, the very beginning of the video. Alright, so, and then, since I don't have these were sent from a friend, I'll have to, like, insert a screenshot so you guys can see the objective as I am talking about it. Okay, so the ones I am going to show is Starring Deadpool Bread and Butter, where you have to win fights where the final hit is a special 2. And then the next one after that is Starring Deadpool Cinematic Enjoyer, which is win fights where the final hit is a special 3. Okay, so for this one, you can use any champ for this, like any class, but like if you wanted to clear multiple objectives at a time, then you can use a class that you have an objective for, such as, like, for mine, I have the one where you have to use science champs, and then I have one where you have to use mystic champs. So, like, the chemical engineer and the mystic artisan ones. Like, if I wanted to get multiple, I could use one of those. Like, what I would recommend, though, is you use a champ that is not gonna have, like, damage over time for their special attack, because then you might accidentally kill him off from another way, from, like, the bleed damage, for example. Okay, so I just brought in Hercules for this. Like, I'm not gonna get credit for any of the other ones right now. So, like, if you have a champ that is, like, of a class that's gonna get you points for, like, a science or, like, another class, like, objective, then you can use that one. But, like, if you want to ensure that you get the points for the special attack one, then, like, I would bring in a champ that does not have damage over time for their special objective, like, special attacks. Okay, so this one, the one I'm showing right now, is Starring Deadpool Bread and Butter, where you have to win fights where the final hit is a special 2. And you can go into any area of the game, but, like, I'm just going into a low-level event quest. I would recommend low-ranking fights. So, like, you could just let them damage you, because, like, I would just let them damage you until you reach 2 bars of power. Come on. And then once you have the 2 bars, launch the special 2. Alright, and then, like, I'm not gonna get credit for this. It's not gonna show me getting credit because I do not have this objective active right now. Like, I took screenshots from another player so that I could show 4 different ones, like, since I only had 3 to show. But I am also gonna go ahead and show the Starring Deadpool Cinematic Enjoyer one, which is very similar to the Bread and Butter, but instead of a special 2, you have to end on a special 3. So, like, I'm gonna recommend, like, the same thing. Well, this one is probably not gonna matter quite as much, like, for damage over time. if you just let him hit you till you reach a special 3. Because if the champ is weak enough, then like then one special 3 should be enough to end the fight. And I just continued on the path for like the low level event quest. This is like chapter 2 or whatever in the contender level for event quest. And I'm just letting him damage me until I reach 3 bars of power. That should do it. No, power drain. Okay, something else you might want to consider. Like, I would go against a champ that's not going to drain your power. Might make it a little harder. There we go. So, as soon as you reach the 3 bars of power, you can launch your special 3. And if the champ is low enough rating and star low, like, one special 3 should be enough. So you wouldn't have to worry as much about, like, damage over time, killing them off. Like, by accident. And, like, the reason why I'm saying just let them hit you until you reach, the bars of power is so that you won't accidentally kill them off early, like, before you reach the bar of power that you need. Alright, so... And then I know they also had, like, a skill version and a tech version for the class one. So, like, they had Starring Deadpool, Skill Savant, and Starring Deadpool, Tech Savvy. Like, well, like, I did the Skill Savant one in my video yesterday. But, like, it's the same idea. Like, for the Tech Savvy one, you just want to use a Tech Champion instead of, like, another class. You just want to use the right class for that objective. Like, it should be pretty easy to clear. And also, another thing to note is you want to make sure you are clearing these every day. Because more will not spawn. You can only have 4 spawning at a time. And if you say you only clear 3 of them once, like, on a day, then come the next day, you will only get 3 new ones, and it will, like, cost you points, so you will get less of these, like, pulley things. Alright, so, well, anyway, guys, I hope this video helped you, and I will be continuing this series through the end of the week, because I'm trying to cover as many different ones as possible, since I know there's, like, different ones you can have. So, make sure you hit the like button, and to subscribe so you guys know when I go live or post video.